What's going on, guys? It's your boy Detroit coming back to you guys with another video. If you guys are into gaming or anything tech related, make sure to get you guys subscribed down below for the latest and greatest tech and gaming reviews. Last year, SCUF released the Vantage controller, which may have been the worst controller to hit the market within the last 5 years. I mean, nothing worked on it. The button mapping would reset itself, thumbsticks would get stuck, it was just horrible. Fast forward a year later, guys, and we have this guy, the SCUF Vantage 2. Like its predecessor, the SCUF Vantage 2 is all about customization and additional inputs. So yeah, let's unbox this guy. Where the hell's my knife? This guy always likes disappearing on me. Now, if you guys bought the original Vantage controller, you guys can notice that the box is kind of similar to the first one. So let's get right into it. Same paddles, pretty much same design. You can definitely notice the grip. There's a new grip on it. You get the same carrying case that you did with the first one. Comes with the micro USB charger if you guys want to hardwire and play that way. This is the wireless version. I know the wired version is a little bit cheaper. I think it comes in like $20 or $30 cheaper. No, I think it's like $169.95 for the wired version. This one was $199.95. Now, with the Vantage 2, SCUF has provided multiple parts for each component. For example, if you don't like how high or how tall the thumbsticks are on this one, you can change it. It also comes with this little pill like the first one to be able to carry around all the extra parts. If you're traveling, if you're going to, LAN tournaments or anything like that, you can definitely carry this around and not lose stuff. I know the SCUF is known for its additional inputs, but you can remove those if you want to. You don't have to have those in. So the front of it does come off, just like the previous version. And if you guys do want, you can remove the rumbles on this one, just like the previous one. If you want to make the controller lighter, I know that's one thing I like, is a lighter controller over a long period of time of gaming, especially with Call of Duty Modern Warfare coming out tonight at 12. I do plan on playing probably 48 hours straight until I lose my mind. We all do. So yeah, we're gonna leave the rumbles out for this one because that's when I test it later, I'll be able to give you guys an honest opinion of what I think. Let's get into the enhancements, guys. Now, over the previous model with the SCUF Vantage 2, they are advertising that new high performance grip, which I noticed as soon as I pulled it out of the box. It also makes the controller less slippery, obviously, if you're playing for those extended periods of time. Each button now features improved tactile feedback. Actually, to be honest with you guys, most of the inputs on the new Vantage feature new materials to improve the finish of the controller. For you PC gamers out there that love using controller, there is an app now with this controller that lets you tweak how the inputs function when you guys are playing PC games, which, I mean, me personally, I love playing. I've always been a controller player. Ever since I was little, I always liked the feel of a controller, and I've just stuck with it the whole time. It's definitely a huge plus for those PC gamers that love using controller. As far as the design, the controller feels and looks similar to the Vantage from last year. However, it does feel much more natural when you're holding it. Here it is next to the previous Vantage, an Elite controller, and a SCUF Impact Pro controller. As far as the weight goes, it does weigh about the same as its predecessor with both wired and wireless models. You do still also get the built-in speaker and 3.5mm audio jack if you want to connect your headset directly to the controller. The battery life was never an issue on this, and that hasn't changed. The battery life was awesome on the previous model if it worked. This one, they're advertising the same. Battery life, days. So I know a lot of us that are competitive players, including myself, we do definitely play hardwired, so that's never going to be an issue for us. So that's one thing also to take into consideration if you guys are buying this controller, the wireless version. I am going to go and play Fortnite and Call of Duty and a couple other games just to make sure I stand by this review and actually tell you guys to get this controller. So I definitely want to go upstairs in the game room and definitely test it out for a couple hours. I know Call of Duty comes out tonight. If I do fall in love with this controller, which I'm hoping that I will after it's been a year, so hopefully SCUF did their thing with this one. I'm definitely going to be using it for Call of Duty for the rest of the year and other games. So let's go upstairs in the game room and test it out. All right, guys, so it's been a couple hours now that I've been testing this controller out, and this thing is amazing. Honestly, I'm not even just saying that. right out of the box. I didn't even have to update it, and this controller felt awesome. My hands did get a little bit sweaty, but that's normal. I got bigger hands, so it just feels, so my hands do sweat a little bit more. But this is definitely, I mean, the more and more I look at this controller, the more and more I fall in love with it. Scuff, you guys really did a good job with this controller. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. I'm glad to be able to actually make this video and actually encourage others that are looking for a new controller to be able to actually have confidence in buying one of these controllers, especially at $200. One thing I did notice too, guys, is on the top here, these two small buttons right here, they don't feel as tall, so these might like erode over time to where they might get stuck if they get greasy or if they get sticky and you push these in. You're gonna have a really hard time being able to get these buttons out. Just FYI, I know on PlayStation 4, I mean, that's your start button right there, so just make sure you guys take it into account. So be careful with this. I try not to get it dirty. I know that's impossible for gamers. I didn't get any of the thumbsticks sticking on me like the previous Vantage. With this grip, it does feel much more natural in my hand. It feels amazing. I am going to take these two middle paddles off in the back. I just prefer playing with the X and the O for my competitive gameplay. But yeah, this controller is awesome, man. Like I said, I've been playing it. I played for a couple hours now. It honestly feels like probably the best controller I've ever held. I know this looks like the original Vantage controller, but I feel like everything's changed with this. I mean, just the way it feels in my hands, how smooth it plays. I mean, like I said, right out of the box, I was able to play it, and it just feels great. So let's go back down into the studio, and we'll finish up the review. If you guys do love Call of Duty, and if you're a huge Call of Duty fan like myself, and like I said, I did mention that Modern Warfare is dropping tonight. If you guys would like, there is a Modern Warfare version of this controller that you guys can buy. I think that one retails for $219.95. That one is out as well. I just prefer the black finish. Just aesthetically, it looks better to me. I like having a controller that isn't tied to one game. It fits my personal collection of stuff a lot better. One thing I will say, guys, that does piss me off is, come on, Scuff, what's up with the cheap box, man? Like, really? Like what? I mean, like, what even is that? Like, what is the purpose of it? I'm not playing Frisbee over here, disc golf. Give me a quality box, man. I mean, you went as far as this for $200, and then you give me that. Like, it doesn't even feel like I'm opening a quality product. I mean, yeah, the controller's awesome, but come on, man, get it together. If you guys are looking for the best new gaming controller that's out in the market right now, I would definitely recommend this controller over anything else out there, even over the Astro controller that they came out with a couple months ago. I'm definitely glad to have this controller, especially coming up with a new competitive season of Call of Duty and Fortnite. So if you guys are on Twitch and you'd like to follow me on Twitch, my name is Detroit Fury. I'm there with a 0. That's my review, guys, of the Scuff Vantage 2 controller. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys drop a like down below. If you guys are new to the channel, like I said, please make sure to subscribe. And yeah, YouTube. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.